080-7191-9250 or bcoscommercial@gmail.com. You can also visit BCOS Iliakede Orita Bashorun, Ibadan.
So glad to know you're there. It's still Oluyole 98.5 FM, and of course you're listening to Conversation with Dayo and Tola. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Oladayo Ogunbowale.
I am Tola Teriba.
All right, continue with the headlines.
Well, the fight is over. Obaseki tells Oshiomole the same certificate of return. Election Petitions Tribunal set up. Oyegun congratulates him, says egocentric politicking could be overcome. Also, we are still on politics, so your APC crisis not over. Unity Forum rejects Alawa Kala as leader. Ex-governor rights members says, I'm committed to leading party to victory in 2023. Page 36 on pages 5 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Very interesting there. So who are those we think, who are those not? And better put their house in order. Exactly. Else, it's an opportunity for the opposition. Oh, they are now the opposition anyway.
They are the opposition.
All right. Federal government implements fertilizer law to check adulteration. That's on business and economy page of the Punch newspaper, page 17, right there. And you have tanker owners out strike. As NNPC DSS intervenes. DSS. Okay. Oh. So, that's. I hope. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? All right. Page 17 of the Punch newspaper. Tanker owners halt strike as NNPC DSS intervenes. Page 17 of the Punch newspaper.
Well, it says truck drivers sue AGF 36 governors FCT over roadblocks, excessive taxes, levies.
Oh, that's why they intend going on strike all along anyway.
I think that's more than just the tanker drivers now, just truck drivers.
Well, we know now. Okay. Well, it might be the other truck drivers, not necessarily tanker drivers. Anyway. All right. Gas agreement review won't raise price. GACN. Okay. We'll wait. They said the price will not increase. We'll wait. We'll hold them by their words.
CBN says economy may bounce back by December 2020. This is NPL to 11.5%. Page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune. You know, when the economy bounces back on, whether the economy is vibrant or buoyant or not, it seems as if the ordinary Nigerian never seems to have a feel.
Because the price of commodities hardly ever go down in this part of the world.
We never seem to see
hardly ever goes down. Hardly ever. You know, so I mean the common man always bearing the brunt. Always. I know. Well, we'll see how this runs out. They said it might bounce back by December, right? This is September. By next week we are in October.
What's much of the promises?
All right. Wait.
Promises.
We'll see. But we can't wait for the economy to bounce back anyway. We can't wait. Okay. And suspected Fulani gunmen kill 5 in Autumn's village attack. No respect for even the governor's village. Details on page 7 of the Punch newspaper. And your Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria probes alleged contribution by workers to repair truck. I read
that story, I think sometimes on Saturday or Sunday, and it was about a truck being damaged in a minor accident within the premises of that organization, and the workers were being asked to contribute. I mean, based on how much they earn, actually.
Interesting. All right.
We also have this. I'm not under U.S. surveillance, says Atiku. And bulk purchase of food palliatives responsible for riding food costs. That's coming from the Food Security Council. And don't borrow to finance development, Sanusi tells government. So that's on page 2. and 28 of the Nigerian Tribune.
All right. Pay 1 billion naira as gratuities. Pensioners tell Abiodun. That's news from Ogun State. Right there. And there are police disrupt fuel price hike protest in Kano. Okay. People are protesting. So for those who are wondering whether it is the same everywhere, it's the same. It's the same petrol you are buying. So, and not everybody is comfortable with it. Anyway, as the case may be.
And talking about the traditional institutions, the Northern Royal Establishment. Now, kingmakers go into seclusion to elect new emir of Zauzau. And we also have a death of 2 Bono emirs in quick succession. Rare double tragedy, says Buhari. Ibadan to host 500 ancient crowns of Southwest traditional rulers. All these on page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune.
All right. I will prepare for sports. See if we can get some economic or policy stories from the Punch newspaper. Okay, still on business and economy. Federal government pledges to phase out ozone depleting substances, and you have government rehabilitating infrastructure despite recession, and CBN to share in farmers' losses. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Page 20 of the Punch newspaper.
Will ensure liberation of Yoruba land, says Akintoye, as YWC celebrates 2020 Yoruba National Day in Okemesi. And we also have this one. Federal government inaugurates projects at FST Orozo. That's on page 13 of the Nigerian Tribune.
On the issue, the petition against Malami, the Attorney General of the Federation, group lawyer disagree on online petition against Malami. That's on page 24 of the Punch newspaper.
I know we're good to go for sports.
Okay.
This morning, so say Suarez in exam scandal.
Exam
Scandal.
Okay. All right. It's not why you know what comes to your mind when you hear exam scandal in Nigeria. But then, of course, this is not Nigeria. That's the first thing. Anyway,
there's something to do about Italian language exam.
Whether he passed or he did not, is he speaking the language? Okay, all right. We'll see how that goes. Independence, Nigeria to celebrate 60 sports icons, and that's on page 30 of the Punch newspaper. I also have I turned down Juve's illegal approach in 2002, Udeze, and NPFL Sunshine Stars unveil Ogunbote as new manager. Fans angry over delay in naming Falcons Eagles coaches, and Eagles list for October friendlies excites fans. You also have ex-Eagles defender Babalade for burial January. Why that late? Okay. Moyes, 2 West Ham players contract COVID-19. David Moyes. Okay. Well, get well soon. That's on page 30 of the Punch newspaper.
Premier League kicks as UK suspends fans stadium return. Nigeria scouting Real Sakinlabi for Super Eagles.
All right, I think I'm done with sports here.
Well, this quick one here, this sidelines on the back page of the Nigerian Tribune. It says an Indian Pananal, father of 5 girls, reportedly sliced open the tummy of his pregnant wife, Anita Deni, now hospitalized, hoping to know if it is a boy this time. Now the question is, the Nigerian Tribune is asking, was that actually the intention? Why didn't you go for scanning? The paper says something definitely doesn't add up.
I hope it's not the same story I read. It was a boy and they eventually lost the baby.
Well, the wife is, thank God, the wife is alive and will be hospitalized.
I don't know why. How? He used a sequel to really.
Just how good can you get?
It was born in the wrong age. Should have come in the. I mean, wow. Who does that?
He should face justice.
Your wife. I mean, if that one should catch somebody else's. Well. Time check, 6:51 a.m. Destination time, 7:30 a.m. It's a conversation with Dayo and Tola. Today is the 23rd day of September 2020. It's International Day of Sign Languages. For those who are streaming, you can see what I'm doing now. I know I'm not. I'm just trying to so that you know what we mean. And you do like this, they know what it means. International Day of Sign Languages, 23rd of September. If it says something I'm so sure about BCOS television is that when the news is on, you will always find sign language translator, translating for those who can only see but cannot hear. Okay, so today is the day. According to the UN Secretary General of the United Nations, Disability Inclusion Strategy launched last year aims to strengthen our efforts to ensure the meaningful participation and full inclusion of people with disabilities in all that we do, including in times of crisis. That is the only way to fulfill the central promise of the 2030 Agenda, to leave no one behind. The theme for this year, International Sign Language Day, is sign languages are for everyone. And some people, they even yourself, comprehension is a problem. So maybe they too need sign language. So sign languages are for everyone. It's the conversation with Dayo and Tola. We go to the meat of the news. Water Resources Bill, Afenifere Ohaneze orders tackle government, as federal government says critics ill-informed. That's on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. The federal government on Tuesday defended the National Water Resources Bill 2020, saying it was being opposed by people who had access to the media. It said it would go ahead and ensure that the passage of the bill, because it would be good and be for the good of the country. The Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, said this at a press conference he addressed with the Minister of Water Resources, Suleiman Adamu, in Abuja. He said critics of the bill were ill-informed because they had not read it. Prominent Nigerians and groups, including Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka, the Ohaneze Ndigbo, and Afenifere, had kicked against the reintroduction of the bill, saying it was a plot by the president. Major General Muhammadu Buhari retired to seize people's water resources for Fulani herdsmen. But Mohammed on Tuesday said those condemning the bill either had not read it, did not understand its provisions, or they were doing so out of mischief. On his part, Adamu said the bill was never rejected by the 8th Senate, as being said in some quarters. Answering questions from journalists, the Minister of Information said, quote, "You asked if the government will go ahead with the bill, despite the criticism by people, and we have just told you that the bill is for the good of the nation." Who are the people that you said are against the bill? There are people who have access to the media. There is nothing that concerns the people of my village or people of your village with this bill. Okay. Well, they've responded. 8th Senate rejected water bill. We will kill it again. That's Senator Baribe. The Senate Minority Leader, Eyinaya Baribe, faulted the claims by Minister of Water Resources and his information counterpart on the status of the bill in the 8th Senate. Baribe vowed to mobilize his colleagues whose constituents' interest would be jeopardized with the passage of the bill, to oppose it if it is brought to the floor of the Red Chamber again. You can't force water bill on people. Ohaneze, also the Apex Igbo Social Culture Organization, Ohaneze Ndigbo, warned the All Progressive Congress-led administration that no amount of force could subdue the people's will. Ohaneze's National Publicity Secretary, Prince Uche Achiopaga, who spoke to one of correspondents on telephone, said the Nigerians had rejected the bill and wondered why the government claimed that the bill was in the interest of the nation. We are not interested whether the 8th National Assembly rejected it or not. What we are saying is that Nigerians rejected it. The National Assembly is not the National Assembly of Nigeria. Is the National Assembly not the National Assembly of Nigeria? Nigerians have rejected the bill in its entirety. Water Resources Bill, Afenifere Ohaneze orders tackle government, as federal government says critics ill-informed. Tola, my challenge is, why are they so hell-bent on passing this bill? What's so special about this water
how
resources
did it
bill?
even find its way back into the National Assembly in the first instance? That is still a mystery, a question that needs to be answered. And it also baffles me how few people will just sit in air-conditioned offices and be deciding what is best for 200 million people.
Good of the nation.
Good. You are the leaders. You know, I recall what a former governor of Oyo State once said, which I totally disagree with. Well, he said that as the leader, that you are supposed to be the driver of the people and not the other way around. But that particular governor probably had forgotten that it is the passengers that tell the driver where they want to go, where they want to be headed. It is passengers that decide which direction they want the driver to turn the vehicle. And if you are saying that people who are against the bill either have not read it or are full of mischief or do not understand it, why not make them understand it? This culture of impunity is what it bothers me about this government. This impunity that once we decide something, we just have to.
You say we don't want. You shall said you must. It's for your own good. Which good?
Honestly,
and this is beginning to make it look like, okay, is there something hidden?
Definitely. I mean, the bill was shut down. It found its way back. And another thing I'm wondering is the senator in the last assembly, who is now a minister, who actually led the campaign against that bill in the last time. Now he's quiet now. I'm talking about
it's hard to talk when you are eating. It's a bit hard. If at all you can. And it's not even a good, dining table etiquette. You don't talk when you are. And Governor Autumn now, Governor Autumn now is being painted as the villain here. That is well, but thank God he's not the only one. I mean, why are you so interested in my Oluyole River? Why are you so interested in my Asejire? Why? What's the special thing? Mind you, there are federal government projects that have to do with some water bodies and dams that have been abandoned. With respect to dams like the Igere Gorge Dam, it's just there wasting away.
And you begin to ask, what have they done as the federal government?
Unfortunately, they have never allowed any state government to assess it. You get there, they begin to bring up some laws and tell you it's federal property, you cannot do anything, and it's wasting away. Now you want to...
you want more.
The ones you have, what have you done with it? Okay. Well...
maybe somebody is trying to bring back the grazing roots theory.
Well, it might not be far from it, because if you own the waterways,
so the surrounding land,
there are always lush pastures around the waterways.
Somebody sees that as a way to solve the farmers' others' problems once and for all. And if this is the case, well, why not call those concerned to the round table? Why this impunity?
You forced something on people. They said they don't want. I mean, that should be straight up enough. I will take other stories.
Our federal government takes over revenue management of NNPC, Customs, FIRS, NCC, others, post directors of revenue from AGF. AGF's office.
Always in the news.
Now, pressurized by dwindling revenue and heavy debt burden, the federal government on Tuesday moved to boost its resources by directly taking over control of revenue management of its 10 most lucrative enterprises. The 10 government-owned enterprises GOE named in the first phase of the initiative are Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC), Nigerian Ports Authority (NPA), Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency (NIMASA), Federal Inland Revenue Service (FIRS), and Nigeria Customs Service (NSS). Others include Corporate Affairs Commission (CAC), Department of Petroleum Resources (DPR), Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC), Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria (FAN), and Nigeria Shippers Council (NSC). At the opening of a 3-day orientation program for 50 directors of revenue who are to be posted to various GOEs in Abuja, Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, said the initiative was in compliance with presidential approval conveyed via SDF circular reference dated October 16, 2018 on the approved revenue performance management framework for government-owned enterprises, FGOEs. Federal government takes over revenue management of NNPC, Customs, FIRS, NCC, others, post directors of revenue from AGF.
A school of thought believes that the most prominent, visible face of the cabal is looking like the AGF.
And
someone who has gone from being a regular member to now the chairman, calling the shots, writing letters, making moves. So much power, so much nerve.
That's what came to my mind.
And I mean, you load a memo and then say, all of you, the way you are managing money, I don't like it. Oh yeah, I will send directors. Really.
And I wonder, is there no recourse to no constitutional provisions, no recourse to National Assembly?
Tola, trust me, NNPC is involved, Abby.
Definitely.
Somebody can write this thing down. In the next 1 week maximum, there will be a reversal of this policy. I might not be able to say something about FIRS or NCC, the others. Leave them. But NNPC, they will find their way back to Baba. I hope you know. I mean, for those who are listening, that the president is still the substantive minister for petroleum. Mele Kyari will find his way back to Asorok and tell Baba, we have been doing fine, sir. They sent a director.
They get somebody else to milk the cash cows. What be that as it may, Dio, but I think if these organizations are not performing up to expectation in terms of what they are turning in, I think the problem is corruption. Which
really, I have no issue with this idea. Actually, it looks good, but I'm saying, do things the right way. This announcement should come from the presidency, not the AGF. My little rusty knowledge of how things should run in a country.
Even whether it's coming from the presidency or the AGF, is this not again putting the cart before the horse? Have they addressed the problem of leakages, corruption? Just taking over the organizations, would that stop the monster eating away?
You enter an NPC and you take one table and chair and you be controlling. Is it FIRS now that is fighting? Is it Nigerian Postal Service on postage stamp duty and all that? You now send one desk officer. I think we should know how things run in this country. Corruption is neck deep. We are neck deep in corruption. One desk officer cannot solve this problem. We know. So why do we keep doing? Okay, maybe somebody wants to have an idea how they are running things. Maybe.
If indeed the government feels it is time to take the bull by the horns and address these matters, definitely they should start by perhaps sending even undercover agents into these organizations to go and study how things run.
I think the best person to make that move, they will respect him and his body language, and that's the president, not the attorney. They already know this, or guys. Everybody already knows where he is. I mean, you can tell his ideology when some things are running. I hope it will not end up like the tweet that they said you should go and register.
but even Mr. President that you are talking about, remember it is substantive Minister of Petroleum, and yet so much rot still goes on guys' nose. Probably which he is not aware of. He's not aware of how these things are done.
He's not aware. He's not aware. That's what we have been hearing. We'll do for another commercial break. We are aware of this one. Let's go make money. We'll be back.
The Global Youth Leadership and Girl Child Foundation, in partnership with the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, presents the 6th International Interdisciplinary Conference on Raising Girls' Ambition, RAGA 2020. Theme, Advancing Women's Career for Sustainable Development. Date, 13th to 16th October 2020. Venue, virtually via Zoom and also in person at International Conference Center, Lead City University, Ibadan. Calling on academics to submit abstracts and papers. Calling on young women between the ages of 18 to 25 to apply for women business ownership. Program for the price of up to $10,000. Secondary school girls between the ages of 12 to 16 are to submit essays, creative arts, and enter for debate and quiz for the grand prize of 50,000 naira for each competition. Conference fee for virtual is 5,000 naira. In person, 15,000 naira. For secondary school, 1,000 naira. For registration, please contact 0815-271-9250 or bcoscommercial@gmail.com. You can also visit BCOS Ile-Akede Orita Bashorun, Ibadan.
And we're back. It's Conversation with Dayo and Tola coming to you live from Oluyole 98.5 FM. Before we went on that break, we took that very interesting headline, about the Attorney General of Federation, the Federation's office sending desk officers to parastatals.
His fingers in more pies.
Okay. Wish him all the best. Good luck, Mr. EGF, in this endeavor. Good luck to you. Well, Tola, I think at this level, if you are not preparing, and I'm talking to the person listening to us right now, wherever you are, I think the ball is in your court. Central Bank of Nigeria prepares for recession. Reduces benchmark lending rate to 11.5%. So whoever is not preparing, you're your own.
The same CBN is saying the economy may bounce back by December 2020.
Okay. All right. I'm sure they had their MPC meeting yesterday. The Central Bank of Nigeria on Tuesday reduced the monetary policy rate by 100 basis points from 12.5% to 11.5% after its two-day monetary policy committee meeting in Abuja. The 10 members of the committee who were in attendance voted to retain the cash reserve ratio, that's the CRR, and liquidity ratio, LR, at 27.5% and 30% respectively. The MPC adjusted the asymmetric corridor from plus 200 / minus 500 basis points to plus 100 / minus 700 basis points around the MPR. The central bank governor, Godwin Emefiele, disclosed this while representing and presenting the communique after the meeting. He said, quote, "At present, fiscal policy is constrained and so cannot on its own lift the economy out of contraction or recession, given the paucity of funds arising from weak revenue base, current low crude oil prices, lack of fiscal buffers, and high burden of debt services." He said the committee expressed deep concern on the continued uptick in inflation for the 12th consecutive month, as headline inflation year-on-year rose to 13.22% in August from 12.82% in July 2020. The increase in headline inflation was largely driven by the persistent increase in the food component, which rose to 16% in August 2020 from 15.48% in July 2020. Emefiele said the MPC was at this meeting confronted by policy dilemma. CBN prepares for recession, reduces benchmark lending rate to 11.5%.
Now I get what they were saying when they said the economy bounced back by December 2020. They are saying that the economy will enter, that Nigeria will enter a V-shaped recession, meaning it will be entered into and exited almost immediately.
Almost immediately.
And the meaning is that the country will enter recession in the third quarter of 2020 to be followed immediately in the first quarter of 2021 with economic growth. Now, if this is going to happen and we are going to exit immediately, are there not certain things that we have to do, that have to be done for us to be able to meet up with this prediction?
I hope we are doing the right thing, because he mentioned something about debt burden, and for those who might be interested in the foreign media, it broke yesterday. I think around afternoon stroke evening of yesterday. It was on the Financial Times and I think Bloomberg. One of the countries in Africa has defaulted, and they have come out to declare that they are defaulting on all rounds. That's Zambia. And the headline is right here: Zambia headed for Africa's first COVID.
That's when they said it's going to finance cultivation of wheat. Occasion, and said, in view of escalating prices of bread occasioned by continued devaluation of the naira, we said the CBN on Tuesday disclosed its readiness to finance the cultivation of wheat in Nigeria.
It takes about 7 to 8 months to cultivate wheat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So even if you start planting now, it's next year.
Next year, okay. Before the price of bread will come down, all things being equal.
So for now, we have to import.
CBN has said.
I look towards next year, but for now, We'll buy it as it is, but we just hope it does not go higher than it is. Somebody predicted 1,000 naira.
1,000 naira.
And Irina Kanga. May we not see that, too. May we not see that. We need to open the phone lines right now. 08055009850. Your contribution. That's your own view about all of this. 08055009850. One major challenge I've observed in this current government at the federal level is different policies coming out and then different things. I'm talking about the AGF's directive to send desk officers, to control or monitor revenue generation in parastatals. I'm not sure I've had it before.
The AGV is also involved in this thing about truck drivers suing 36 governors FCT. They also suing the AGF too.
Okay.
And they said their problem is actually from his desk.
Okay.
So to say, increased taxes, increased levies, and...
It's all right. We have a first caller here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Aruna.
Oh, with the magic fingers.
This is Aruna from Odoro, Gomosho.
Nice to have you. Go ahead.
How was your name, Mr. Dianti?
Very fine.
Though I'm very happy because of what happened yesterday. I wait for Boluwaji to come when it is 7:30.
We understand.
I want 3 goals to nothing.
You beat Luton Town.
I want to
Thank you.
advise Governor Godwin Obaseki, as they have received the certificate of return, that he shouldn't betray his people. And we that were not even from Edo, we were happy when he won the election. He should do the normal. I'm trying to advise him. Thank you very much, Mr. Janti.
Thank you so much, Aruna. The phone line is still open, 08055009850. That's the number to join the conversation. I think someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Dianti is calling from Gomosho.
Nice to have you, sir.
No, in this country, I don't want anything in this country to caught us unaware. We should not prepare for the proposed recession that the federal government has predicted. We shouldn't allow it to cut us unaware. So that's our advice for the people. Now, secondly, I want to commend the courage of Obaseki. By giving kudu to Oluyole and Indiamo, then I want to advise him to please do not betray the people of Edo State, because they supported him, they stood by him when there was a big problem. So, and I know God will be with him.
All right.
Happy pleasant day at work.
Thank you so much, Prince Adiremi. The phone line is still open. Adiola Sunday on Facebook say, good morning, Tola, and I have a wonderful day. On Water Resources Bill, federal government, take caution. Coming Adiola Sunday from Shaki. Oh, it's warning the federal government straight up. Okay. Christian Bola Adios also here. I like your conversation. May God continue to protect and bless you. Federal government should please find solution to this economy. Thank you. We'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
This is Chicago from Ogumosho.
Nice to have you. Go ahead briefly.
I want to speak on this APC of Oyo State crisis.
Okay.
I know that's going to die in natural death, but this gang up against government today.
Oh.
He's not going to see the end of the day, see the last of the day.
They're just fixing their party. They're not ganging up against the government. They have a right to fix their party. That doesn't mean they are ganging up. Really, let's not trivialize such issues. Okay. Someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Seems where you are, the network, the service is not too good. Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, my comment is just to comment on Obaseki. Obaseki will now betray people of Edo State and people and Nigeria as a whole, because we in Nigeria, we are seeing the way to go now. So, as people of Edo State have started there, so we in Nigeria also come to this 23. Nigeria is so for the right person. So God bless Nigeria.
All right. Thank you so much. Alhaji Mukadam, Isiaka Marafa, we really appreciate you. Matthew Olaleru saying, good morning, Mr. DNT. I commend the effort of tanker owner drivers for suspending their proposed strike. Thank you. Otumba Fadei, Adeolu Cornelius, good morning. Oyo APC is a house divided against itself. Can stand the only agenda to dislodge Amiibu GSM. Okay, well, they are doing their opposition work. It's part of their job anyway. I wonder why FG is hell-bent on forcing a billionaire if somebody is up to something here. Fadei Yadiolu from Okaka, thank you so much.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Adianti.
Good morning, sir.
In fact, you are great.
Thank you, sir.
You are really doing a good job.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
Amen.
This is a Comrade Joshua from Lebu Ibadan.
Nice to have you, sir.
I want to pass my comment concerning the water resources bill.
Okay.
In fact, the way Buhari is, enacting laws nowadays is, in fact, it's as if it's even him and his cabinet. It's as if they are terrorizing us, Nigerians.
Wow.
Because there's no government that has any right to force anything or any bill on the nation. You have to seek the consent of them. You say you want to make a bill for the beneficiary to the people. Then people by the time there are intellectual people in the society. Okay, we have went through it. The internet has made things easy nowadays. We went through it and we see that you want to enslave. In fact, it's another set of ruga. Water resources bill, I can call it another form of ruga that was abolished last year. So, the Mr. President should be very, very careful. Nigerians are our eyes are opened. We are enlightened. So, nobody can just coerce us to what we don't want. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate your call. Okay. His opinion there. Adia Tukule S. Good AM, CDNT. I want to commend your state government, led by Engineer Sheyi Makinde, for rewarding the Shaki Township Road, abandoned by last administration. So they should be fast at flagging of the proposed construction of the Senyo Gumosho Road. On the ongoing TESCOM recruitment, they should seek for the wisdom of God at taking the final decision at not allowing outsiders to reap from where they did not and do not sow. Bonafide or your indigene should be the beneficiaries. Have a nice day. Okay, thank you. Michael Ajiboye Miki from Miki Avenue, Gumosho, saying the federal government should please accede to the demands of NLCTUC and avert the scheduled strike. Any shutdown now is a complete economic paralysis. Ojo Olayinka Oluyeme, good morning, Mr. DNC. Ojo from Abeokuta. Oh, thank you. Honestly, I don't even understand what is driving our leaders. They are so self-centered. Well, we won't stop praying at the same. We won't keep quiet until their sense of responsibilities are reinstalled. Like computer software. Okay. Thank you, Ojo from Abeokuta. We'll pick this call.
Hello, good morning.
You're on. Hello.
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 Hello, good morning.
Oh, sounds like.
Good morning. It's Grandma from me.
Been a while. Nice to have you, man.
I've called several times
Yeah.
without getting you.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy today.
Same here, man.
Dayo, please, I want to ask a question. Is there any course we can take the federal government? They are not willing to do the will of the people, and they want to force their own will upon us. How do we escape all this? Please tell me.
Well,
God bless you.
Amen. Thank you, ma. I'm sure that was a rhetorical question. All right. Okay. All right. The phone line is still open. 080-5500-9850. That's the number to join the conversation from wherever you are. Someone else.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Alaji Ayela Bugu is on the line from Lanlate.
Nice to have you, sir.
Governor Baseki should acknowledge the people's support. I mean, Edo people's support. And reciprocate the gesture by bringing more dividend of democracy to the people. The effort of our indefatigable governor of Oyo State and last man should not be in futility. They try for him and the people support him. For him now, he should gear up. He should hurry up and give more dividend of democracy to the people. I believe that should be his watchword. Now, on banning of politicians who are found wanting from going to the USA,
I believe that is the right step in the right direction. We are maintaining democracy for Nigeria. You see, and it has been yielding fruitful results. Look at what happened at Edo now. If not because of the ban, we might have been counting the numbers of ballot snatcher and so on. But because of that severity taken, so they foresaw all those manners. Now, in my own considered view, people should stop working against the interest of the people.
Okay.
Alhaji Ailabogo from Lalate.
Thank you so much, Alhaji. Really appreciate you. Kolade Sharif, thank you so much for your comment on Facebook. And same for Odede Sunday. Thank you. Abalali Areo is saying, good morning, guys. Please, it has been long. We heard from Grandma. Oh, she just called. She just called. You know, she's asking after her. I hope she's fine. My grandma is doing very fine. She just called us. All right, we'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Reverend Babatobi is speaking from Lalate.
Nice to have you, Reverend.
Now, this is not the time for anybody or any organization or sector to go on strike. Because if you go on strike, the people of Nigeria will begin to suffer. So I want to commend the tanker drivers for not going on strike again. Then the resident doctors should also not go on strike, and other sectors too. So I thank all of them for this.
Right.
Then concerning APC, well, I want to congratulate the former governor, Alawa Kala, for being the head or the leader of APC now. So they should work together so as to make progress in 2023. Reverend Babatode from Lalate.
Thank you so much, Reverend. We really appreciate you. Okay, phone line still open. 08055009850.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Hello.
You're on. Go ahead, sir.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. We can hear you.
Please, I'm calling from Osun State.
Your name, sir?
Local government. Please, I would like to advise Alaka to go back home to these APC people in Oyo State, so that he and the present governor should work together. Thank you, sir.
You didn't tell us your name, sir.
I'm building from local government, Osun State.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. All right. That's some distance. Okay. All right. From Osun State. The phone line is still open. He just gave his suggestion to former governor. All right. Someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. This is Shola from Okaka.
Oh, nice to have you, sir.
Well.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just a travel. I want to say something about the water bill passing something. I don't know if the federal government is serving the people, or there should be a servant to the people, not the federal government dictating to the citizens of what to do. The water bill is not needed. Some important things are there to benefit or to be a good thing for Nigerians. People are hungry, people are suffering, and the economy is bad, and you are saying something else. May God bless Nigeria. We have a government with policies without plan. Nigeria has leaders without vision.
Wow.
What to save this country, sir?
All right.
Okay,
nice to have you back, Mr. Ishala from Okaka. On Twitter, Abbas Abiola at SMOXAS is saying, it seems someone belongs to somebody and not to everybody. Shots fired. Abbas, I know what you are trying to say, but thank you for not saying it openly. Thank you. Thank you for saving us all this stress. Someone else is here.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
This is okay from Oguma, sir.
Nice to have you. Go ahead briefly, sir.
I thank you for your program.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And the proposed demonstration by the NLC and the CEC, I support it. But I want them to improve the case of the pensioners.
Okay.
personnel have not been paid the minimum wage. There are some personnel getting only 5,000. Some must be 10,000. And now the minimum wage is 30,000. What is the federal government doing about these pensioners, these old men who are serving for 35 years? So let them look into it because these young people, they don't look about the case of pensioners.
All right.
And we are people who fought for them. We thought they were born, we created the union.
All right.
Really, Imodu and Adebola the of power.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Really
But
appreciate
they are
your
not
call.
going the footstep now.
Thank you so much, sir.
Your point is noted, sir.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate your call, sir. Really appreciate your call. Ilias Aguro on Facebook already Sunday. We really appreciate it. That's the much we can take on the show today. Till tomorrow when we come your way again. I remain Oladayo Ogunbowale.
I'm Tola Teriba.
Up next, 40 bits. Don't go anywhere.
Conversation.
Got me fresh all day like ooh, I'm still fresh for this all day. My confidence is never low, never on fresh.
lórí GoTV. Kúrò lọ́nà kémi náà lọ ra GoTV tèmi. ní sáà ìdíje bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá yìí tara ṣẹ̀ṣà lọ ra decoder GoTV fún ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́sàn-án-lé-lọ́gọ́rùn-ún márùn-ún náírà tó tún wá pẹ̀lú àkókò ìwòran ìpele GoTV Max tí ẹ tún máa gbádùn bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá tó débẹ̀ lórí ìkànnì Super Sport wa GoTV gbé ìgbé ayé ẹ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́.
Mikolo, my engine sounds like brand new. Is it not the same Mobile Super 1000 you used to service it?
Not the same Mobile Super 1000, but levels don't change.
Yes! Mobile Super 1000 XHP is now improved to meet standard of quality APISN. So, whether you buy Mobile Super 1000 XHP, Mobile Super 2000 semi-synthetic, or even the new fully synthetic Mobile Super 3000, you are guaranteed the APISN perfection in every drop.
Make it mobile.
Yo, prime time. For those of you who do not know, you are listening to
98.5
Oluyole FM. Let's go.
Good morning, Ibadan. Good morning, Oyo State. Good morning, Nigeria. Time check at 7:30 a.m. And you already know that it's time to talk sports once again on Oluyole 98.5 FM, the trailblazer, the pride of the nation. Of course, you know we're the best in the West. Aboluwa Jogumala is here once again to bring you up to speed with all the news that you can use in the beautiful world of sports. Bring you the latest, the hottest, and of course the juiciest news. Don't forget exclusive interviews that you can only get on this radio dial. This lovely Wednesday morning. It's Wednesday edition of Spotted Beat on this Golden Radio Dial. On the show this morning, we'll be starting up from Akure, talking about the Oracle returning to Akure Gunners. We also take a look at the situation of CAF presidency as Pinnick says that he's not desperate to contest. We'll be hearing from Amaju himself on the show this morning. I told you about that particular story yesterday, but of course this time around you'll be hearing from the horse's mouth as Amaju Pinnick is on the show this lovely morning. Also, from other sports, Ese Bruma, she's set. Ese Bruma set to hit the track once again in Doha. Yes, in the forthcoming World Championship Diamond League. Yes, over there in Doha, Qatar. We also look at update from French Open that starts next week, and also update from the NBA as we had Game 3 of the Western Conference concluded in the early hours of this morning. We also take a look at update from the world of football as we had Carabao games played yesterday, and of course small games will be played later tonight. Yes, update as far as Luis Suarez is concerned, as Barcelona have agreed to sell the striker to another Spanish side. You want to find out which Spanish side is that? We'll let you know on Spotted Beat this lovely morning. But of course, let's kickstart the show this morning. Before we kickstart, let me inform you that you can listen to us online. Yes, just visit www.bcs.tv/listen or watch the live stream on facebook.com/Oluyole 98.5 FM, and on Twitter we're at Oluyole FM. You can also listen via Radio Garden this morning and also watch the live stream on my Instagram page. It's Matt_Buluwaji. Matt is spelled M-A-T-T. Or watch a live stream of this program right there, live and direct this lovely morning. A massive shout out to listeners on Agility FM 92.1 and Okyogun FM 96.3. Alright, let's kick this and let's take a grand run this morning from Akure, where Benga Ogumbote has been appointed head coach of Sunshine Stars Football Club for a second time. The NPFL side announced on its official Twitter handle with a hashtag The Oracle Returns. A fortnight ago, you remember that news filtered in that the former Aimba International Rangers coach has agreed in principle agreed a deal in principle to coach the Akure Gunners, popularly known as the Owena Waves, this coming season. Well, after signing yesterday, Ogumbote says, and I quote, "I'm delighted to be given the opportunity to return to Sunshine Stars, and I'm really excited by the challenge ahead. My aim is to provide a challenge of fortune for this football club in the long term and build a team not only for now but the future of Sunshine Stars." And of course, Ogumbote spent 3 years in charge of the club between 2009 and 2012, where he stabilized and nick their feet in the NPFL as against their culture of battling against relegation, and also played in the CAF Champions League as semi-finals. No doubt about it, Ogumbote is a big man coach. He's a coach that actually knows his audience when it comes to Nigerian Professional Football League. Yes, welcome back to Sunshine Stars. Yes, I told you yesterday about Amajimovan Pinnick, president of the NFF, where he said that he's still gaining support for a possible run at the presidency of the CAF Federation of African Football CAF, but maintains that he is neither desperate nor emphatic about whether he will contest for the presidency or not. CAF has fixed the elective General Assembly, where elections will be held into the presidency of the body for the 12th of March 2021 in Rabat, Morocco. Candidates interested in the top job have between September 11 and the 12th of November to complete the process of registering their candidacy, and approved candidates will be announced on the 11th of January 2021. The NFF Supreme Pinnick has never hidden his ambition to become CAF president and has long been widely tipped to enter the ring for the presidential election. Let's listen to Amajimovan Pinnick this lovely morning talking about his stance as regards the CAF presidency.
The presidency of CAF is not a cup of tea. Do you understand? So you have to consult first. You have to ask God for direction. You know, you have to ask your wife. Your wife is the boss. If she says no, it's no. You have to ask your children. That's your immediate family. Then you go to the extended family, which is the football family, the executive committee, the Congress, critical stakeholders. After you've gotten the endorsement, you have to go to the ministry. You have to go to the presidency. Then from there, you have to go to the zone, Wafubi, get the endorsement. You have to talk to the critical stakeholders. Then you have to talk to your friends, possibly in Zurich. Then you look at it. We are all those things. So if it works out, fine. But if it doesn't, then maybe I might just find myself in the FIFA Council. But we are looking at the various options. But I will not do it out of desperation. There are a lot of things you won't understand, but you see things unfold. But I'm not emphatic about what I will be contesting with the presidency or not. I'm still consulting.
Ìyá mi Àyìnkẹ́, adájọ́ tí kì í fi gbá kan bọ̀ kan.
Ṣé wo mọ̀ yí pé apá èpò lẹ́yìn àgbà, ọmọdé apá lẹ́yìn tiẹ̀ náà, má yájú sẹ́gbọ́n rẹ̀ mọ́ o.
Olú alámọ̀ ní kọ̀rọ̀ yàrá kí n má bàa fi gbogbo owó jẹ wóróbo.
Àjàní, kódà kéèyàn fọwọ́ mẹ́wẹ̀ẹ̀wá jẹun, ná díẹ̀ fi díẹ̀ pamọ́ torí ọjọ́ ọ̀la ni.
Tí n bá rántí ẹ̀kọ́ nípa bá a ti múra lámúyẹ, ẹ̀rín á sì pa mí títí.
Ewu ọmọ mi Àjàní, bó ti wọ bàtà ọ̀tún sósì bí ẹni ń lo oko ọdẹ. Ó yá, ọkọ mi, tún bàtà rẹ wọ̀ dáadáa.
fún àwọn òpómúlérò ìyá ẹ̀mí àbàtà tí módò sàn ní 3 crowns ìtọ́jú àwọn ìyá ṣe pàtàkì kí wọ́n lè tẹ̀síwájú ipa rere aláìlẹ́gbẹ́ tí wọ́n ń kó lórí ẹbí gbogbo.
3 crowns milk, healthy moms, happy families.
Welcome back. You're listening to Spotted Beat on Oluyole 98.5 FM, the Trailblazer, the pride of the nation. Of course, you know that we're the best in the West. All right, let's head straight to what the sport this morning. After a few months of absence due to outbreak of COVID-19 across the world, Nigeria's track sensation Ese Brume will return to the track at this coming Friday. In 2013, Ese Brume, remember, became the first Nigerian athlete to win a medal at World Championship and also made history as the second Nigerian woman to make the podium in the event after Blessing Okagbare leaped a distance of 6.99 meters to grab a silver medal behind the USA's Brittany Reese, who finished 7.01 meters. The Doha Diamond League is slated for this Friday in Doha, and Brume has been listed for the event alongside Becky Romakoch of Ukraine, Sagnia of Sweden, Brooks of USA, among others. Brume remains Nigeria's medal hopeful for Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. And we're from there. Let's take updates from the French Open this morning, where Bianca Andreescu will miss her half-third Grand Slam for 2020 after pulling out of the French Open to focus on recovering from a knee injury before a busy 2021 season. The 20-year-old won the 2019 US Open but was injured at the WTA Finals in October and has not competed since. The world number 7 said that she will now miss the rest of the season. And very good news coming from Bianca this morning. While away from that, talking Formula 1, up to 20,000 spectators, we understand, will be allowed to attend next month's Formula 1 AFI Grand Prix in Germany. The race will take place on the 11th of October at the Nürburgring track north of Cologne, which normally accommodates more than 100,000 fans. The grandstands will be divided into individual sections, in which there will be designated sitting blocks to allow for social distancing. Ticket purchase is a contactless and face mask are mandatory around the site. Yes, it's the big message over there in Germany, and that of course sport is winning once again the war against COVID-19. Straight away, let's get straight to the NBA this morning. Devin Nugent played their way back into the Western Conference Finals on Tuesday night, riding 28 points from Jamal Murray, a postseason career high 26 from Jeremy Grant, and a key late defensive stand to win that game 114-106 over the top-seeded LA Lakers in Game 3 near Orlando. Nikola Jokic contributed 22 points and 10 rebounds as a third-seeded Devin Nugent recorded their first win in the best-of-7 series. Don't forget, Lakers, before the game yesterday, Lakers were leading 2-0 in the best-of-7 series, but yesterday Nugent won that one, and of course it's 2-1 at the moment. We will look forward to Game 4, which take place in the areas of Friday, and you can always rely on the best station in the West, Oluyole FM, to always bring you updates as far as that particular one is concerned. We're heading straight to football this lovely morning, where Odionju Igalo was in action for Manchester United, who defeated Luton Town 2-0 in the third round of the Carabao Cup played yesterday night. The former Super Eagles striker made his first start for United in the game before making a way for Mason Greenwood in the 78th minute of the encounter. The last time Igalo scored for United was in a 2-1 win at Norwich City in the FA Cup back in June. In Tuesday's game, Juan Mata opened scoring in the 44th minute of the encounter from the penalty spot before substitute Marcus Rashford make it 2-0 in the 88th minute of the encounter. Well, in other games played yesterday at the Hotons, Semi Ajayi was not listed in West Bromwich Albion squad that got eliminated by Brentford. The Baggies, who handed former Chelsea defender Branislav Ivanović's debut, lost 5-4 on penalties after regulation time, ended 2-all in the other game played yesterday as well. Watford, without Isaac Success and Tom Delabashiru, lost 3-1 away to Newport County, while West Ham United hammered Hull City by 5-1. The game between Leyton Orient and Tottenham Hotspur was postponed after multiple players of Orient tested positive for COVID-19. Still talking Carabao Cup this lovely morning, as there will be more games later tonight, as the Premier League side Fulham will slug it out with Sheffield United. Millwall will take on Burnley Football Club. Preston will take on Brighton. Stoke City will slug it out with Gillingham. Chelsea will welcome Barnsley to Stamford Bridge, while Fleetwood will take on Everton. Leicester City will play Arsenal in all Premier League Carabao Cup fixtures later tonight, while Morecambe will take on Newcastle United. Taking a look at some transfer rumors this lovely morning. Some are confirmed, some not yet confirmed. Well, Inter Milan have completed a deal to sign Arturo Vidal from FC Barcelona for €1 million. That's about $1.17 million. The club announced yesterday. After joining in 2018, Vidal played 96 games for the Catalans and scored 11 goals, helping them win the La Liga in his first year in Spain. But the 33-year-old was seen as expendable by the club after their dreadful end to last season, with Barcelona president Josep Bartomeu admitting that players would have to leave before new ones could come in. Vidal will be reunited with his former coach Antonio Conte. Yes, with his former Conte, the coach, he played 4 at Juventus between 2011 and 2015 before joining Bayern Munich and then FC Barcelona. Well, away from that, another big name leaving Barcelona is Luis Suarez. Barcelona have agreed to let striker Luis Suarez join La Liga rivals Atletico Madrid. Suarez is not wanted at Barcelona, and the Catalans were happy to release him for free, providing that he did not join certain other top clubs. The Uruguayan agreed the terms on a reduced salary with Atletico Madrid after a move to Juventus fell through because of passport issues. Barcelona chairman president Josep Maria Bartomeu then blocked the deal because he did not wish to sell to a Spanish rival. But after meeting with Suarez representatives, the Catalan club have backed down, with the striker threatening to air his grievances to the media. Atletico will have to pay a nominal fee of no more than €4 million for the 33-year-old, which will be based on variables such as Champions League qualification. Suarez will earn half of the €30 million a year he was on at Barcelona when he moves to Atletico Madrid. Alright, another player who has also secured a move is former Chelsea man Alvaro Morata, as Juventus have completed a loan deal with Atletico Madrid to bring striker Alvaro Morata back to the club. The Spain international, who is now 27, has signed until the end of 2020-2021 season, but Italian champions Juventus have options to extend the loan by another 12 months or buy him for a pre-agreed fee. Juventus will pay the La Liga side €10 million for each season they have Morata on loan. Straight away, let's talk about French football this morning, as Paris Saint-Germain have sent French football authorities a video that some lip-reading experts say confirmed that Marseille defender Álvaro González used a racial slur against Neymar, leading to an on-pitch brawl. The Brazilian media reported yesterday, a week after PSG's 1-0 loss to their rivals ended with Neymar slapping González on the back of his head, and that triggering actually triggered a melee that ended with 5 players being sent off. Brazil's global export said the Brazilian Superstars Club have submitted video of the preceding minute to the league game to an attempt to prove that Neymar was actually racially abused. Three Brazilian lip-reading experts interviewed by a certain TV station on Sunday agreed that Gonzalez had called Neymar mono, which means monkey in Spanish, just before the brawl after watching the footage from French broadcaster Telefoot. Well, we keep our fingers crossed and see how French league football authorities react to this particular one. Well, away from that, AS Roma also in the news today, as Roma have been penalized with a 3-0 defeat following an administrative error in the makeup of their match day squad in Saturday's goalless draw against Hellas Verona. Roma listed 23-year-old Amadou Diawara in the under 22 section of their squad, other than the 25-man squad list for the senior players. Guinean international Diawara played 89 minutes in the Syria stalemate, and of course, Italian newspaper La Gazzetta dello Sport expects Roma to appeal this one. Paulo Francesca's side still have spare spaces in their 25-man squad, and the club are expected to argue the mistake are made without any intention to violate the rules. It is not the first time Syria has handed down a defeat for formal errors. In 2016, Sassuolo lost 0-3 to Pescara for fielding Antonio Ragusa, who was not in their official player list. I mean, that's a big one, I must say. I mean, such an administrative error is not allowed at all. Shouldn't be allowed, and of course it should be punished. Support this lovely morning. That's all time permits us on the show today. Big thanks to everyone who's been part of today's production, and bigger thanks to you for listening, and of course those who watched online. Big thanks to you on Facebook and on Twitter, and of course on my personal Instagram page. Yes, a lot of people contributing via Instagram, and of course watching via Instagram. Thank you very much for being a part of Wednesday's edition of Sports Tidbits. Well, the show returns tomorrow morning at same time, same station. Until then, you have a lovely day and stay safe.
It's 10 minutes to 8 on Oluyole 98.5 FM, and you're welcome to a commercial belt.
John, I am afraid. Have you heard of coronavirus?
Yes, I have heard. But you can get it through contact with a person who may have the virus or live in an area with ongoing spread.
That is the problem. Before you know a person has it, you may have already gotten it.
That is why we must stop the spread.
How?
Do not shake anybody's hand and avoid touching people. Do not touch surfaces such as rails or stairs, public door handles, etc. In case you do, wash your hands properly with soap or use a sanitizer. Avoid crowded places and practice physical distancing at all times.
Physical distancing? What is that?
It means maintaining a 2-meter distance from the person nearest to you at all times. Most important, remember to wash your hands regularly with soap and under running water for at least 20 seconds, especially after blowing your nose, coughing or sneezing, going to the bathroom, or even before preparing and eating food. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth with unwashed hands.
Thank you, my husband. I feel a lot better.
Now go and wash your hand with soap and under running water for at least 20 seconds so you'll feel best. This message is brought to you by UNICEF Nigeria.
If you want big race, nothing's gonna stop you now. As long as you recharge with Make Nigeria Insurance PLC, your greatness is now.
Conquer
fear from losses or any form of hindrance from achieving your greatness. With a wealth of experience in insurance and financial matters, an array of life and general insurance products, motor insurance, fire and special perils, burglary, goods in transit, marine, and a lot more. For further information, please call 2341-342-9161 or send an email to info@greatnigeriaplc.com. Great Nigeria Insurance PLC, for assured commitment.
My generation is unbreakable. We know they fear. For what? Till someone says, I will tell your mother.
Donatusu, put on your mask or else.
Wear it for her. Wear it for me. Everywhere you go, MTN. Spread the message, not the virus. Visit wearit4.me.
Please listen to this public service announcement. Announcement. In continuation of the year 2021 budget stakeholders engagement, the state government will hold town hall meetings in the remaining 6 zones of the state to generate citizens' input into the year 2021 budget cycle. The meetings are scheduled to hold in these zones as detailed.